What is a collaborative conversation?
You want to say things that contribute to the conversation and add on.
And add on, good, and build, right?
My students learn that their voices are the most important ones in the classroom as opposed to mine. They learn that I am not the only person who possesses expertise or knowledge, that comes also from their peers. And I hope they recognize that their voice has meaning and value, not only within these walls, but outside as well.
When I think about the portrait of a Greene School graduate, I think about students who are curious, who enjoy learning, and feel a sense of obligation to contribute. That idea of contribution, I think, is so important. And you don't get to contribution through compliance. I think you get highly successful people by building their sense of autonomy and helping them realize that they're powerful and that they can learn a lot and that they have a lot to offer.
I'm going to put a question up on the board that is kind of a big, general, open-ended question.
We talk a lot about students being the leaders of their learning here, but we have to teach them how to do that.
But it isn't a debate because there really are no right or wrong answers.
Today in class, we did a protocol called a web chat. And it is one way to move students into being sort of responsible for their own learning, being those active learners. I post a discussion question.
Do you believe that our lives are controlled by fate or free will?
I give them a minute to jot down some of their own thoughts on that. And then I give them a time, usually 5 or 6 minutes, to discuss their answers.
Our fate is basically written on how we use our free will and live based off of that.
I step back, I usually sit at my desk with a map of the seating chart, and then I track the conversation.
I'll agree with you, but I literally said the exact opposite.
They are responsible for driving that conversation forward.
Our lives could be mainly controlled by free will, but I think there is a definite layer of fate to it.
So after the first round is done, I show the map where we were.
You can see there's some back and forth responses to each other.
And by seeing that visual, they're starting to see themselves represented with so many colorful lines.
There's also a lot of people who don't have any lines.
And the kids who didn't participate are more likely to start in the next round.
How does believing in fate impact the way people make decisions or view their actions?
In round 2, I pose a different question. I give them, again, the minute of think time, and then the conversation begins again.
Sometimes when people do horrible things, they just blame it on fate rather than their own free will.
And I track it on the map with a different color.
If you end up not believing in fate in your life, then your fate won't happen to you.
That round ends, I show them again, are we noticing anything different on the map?
Yes, more lines connecting to new initials on the board.
And then we'll do it a third time again, with a different person starting it, a different color on the web.
And it's not the matter of fate, but it's the being at the right place at the right time, meaning the right person.
With introverted learners, it takes some encouragement to get them to jump in for the first couple of times because it feels really risky.
If everything is fate, that means situations where it's you meet somebody out of the blue.
I'd really try not to stigmatize the introverted learners, right? That there are talkers, there are listeners, there's value in both of those things. We don't all want to participate in that same way, but it's important to me that they recognize that their voice is meaningful and important to the discourse in this classroom space.
It's not about doing things because you have to, but it's about doing things because they can see that it's meaningful and they can see its value and they understand that the work that they're doing is contributing to a better school or a better world.